What up, y'all? It's your boy Rodney Perry. Chris Rock did an article with Vanity Fair. Judge Apatow posed a question: are comedians better now than those who inspired him? Chris responded, hell no. He goes on to say that show me a guy or a woman as funny as Rodney Dangerfield or as good as George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, or Joan Rivers. There are a lot of good comics out there, no doubt. But as far as the quality of comic goes, I think what you have is a bunch of situational comics. What we have now is black comics that only work black crowds, gay comics that work gay crowds, southern comics that only work down south, and so on with Asian, Latino, Indian, midgets, etc., etc. He continues. The previous generation of comics were better because they had to make everybody laugh. Richard Pryor could do Ed Sullivan and work the Apollo. So who, if anyone, can make every audience laugh out loud? Only a famous few. Seinfeld can work any crowd. Ellen can work any crowd. Lopez can work any crowd, he concludes. And a few more. But the rest of them are just situational comics. Based on this, situational comic means a guy that works, or girl that works exclusively for their ethnicity, right? That's what I'm understanding. Is stand-up comedy segregated? Absolutely. It's on television, it's on film. You got mom comedy, you got black comedy, you got white comedy, you got urban comedy, you got what's the new shit they call alternative comedy. They got all type of little niches, you know, that they try to paint us into. Personally, as a black person in America, I don't have the luxury of just communicating to my people. That would be great. I would love to be a guy that made my living just talking to black people. But the reality is you have to be able to communicate with everybody. We, as black people, don't have the luxury of being exclusively black. Because guess what? At the end of the day, all you really can do is get famous. And if you get famous, white folk coming. So I say to my comedian compadres and compatriots, prepare yourself. And get famous. Get famous, all this shit go away. If you get famous, people say that you're not just working for your audience. All these people, all they work for is their audience. Seinfeld, he works for his audience. One person open for him, right? Do 20, 30 minutes. He go up, do 50 to 90 minute set. He also tells the guy that's open for him not to use profanity. Why? Because his audience don't like that. Is that not situational? Ellen, great comedian. When you go to an Ellen audience, you see largely gay and lesbian audience. Is that not situational? George Lopez, did you see the special? It's Mexico, okay? Yeah, you got a couple of white folks sprinkled in, got a couple of black people that, you know, don't give a shit, but guess what? Mexico. I opened for George for several years. That's why I built my Mexican following. So, I would venture to say this. By this definition that Chris Rock said, we all situational, including you, Chris. That's right, I said it, including you. You work exclusively for your audience because you're famous. So I say to my friends out there, comics, whoever you are, whether you Danny Green, Royale Watkins, Sidney Castillo, Evan Lionel, Henry Coleman, David Arnold, whoever you are, get famous. And then work for the people that like you. That's what they do. That's what I'm gonna do. Situation on my ass. Everybody's situational, my nigga.